Welcome back.
Welcome back. Is that what you want?
We're live from the South Central Regional Conference of the NAED, and we're sitting on the rock. Keystone Technologies, a great NAED member, which is the association we represent, and we thank NAED for bringing us here and having us here. And Keystone Technologies is the sponsor, KEYSTONETECH.com. But we have another NAED vet member here as well, also a member of the NAED.
Yep.
And that is H.E. Williams. We have Michelle Peak. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Thank you for having me on.
And I'm also wearing my quite comfortable H.E. Williams socks. And get yourself a pair.
Best giveaway I've seen at a trade show maybe ever.
Look, they fit perfect, nice and tight. They're good quality sock. I love them.
Did a lot of research to find the right socks for our giveaway item.
You know what?
I think we nailed it.
You did. You nailed it. Socks are so important, like that they fit your feet right. There's nothing worse than a bad fitting pair of socks.
Right. I mean, you should have seen our offices when we're getting
I'm just going to fix your mic here a little bit again.
There we go.
There we go. Yep.
All right. We were getting samples for all the socks, right? From all these different vendors. And we have, 15 different pairs of socks laid out. You try to pick them out from all of that.
Oh,
Anywho, you're lucky to have those comfortable socks now.
Ooh, I love them. I love them.
So you guys spend that same quality and care into your fixtures?
We do. That's exactly,
Socks and light fixtures.
Williams, that's not just the promos that are high quality, but everything we produce is, best of the best.
That's your positioning.
Yes. Well, I mean, we are American made. We're a US-based manufacturer, right? So we do provide a higher quality product. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's a more expensive product when you compare apples to apples. But you get a good product. You get good customer service people. You get somebody to answer the phone when you call our headquarters. We have a real life person. We think all of those little things that we do that go above and beyond really make us a great company to work with.
Why, it's interesting, the US made thing is kind of surging right now.
It is. Right?
Why is it important?
I mean, I think it's important to support our own economy here in the United States with, by being a US manufacturer, in Carthage, Missouri, we are supporting our own community there with jobs, with, community involvement. And, nationwide, I think that's the case. The more that we buy from overseas and bring over, the less jobs we have to support our own economy here in the United States.
There seems to be like a prejudice to manufacturing jobs, as if they're better jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but people seem to perceive. Because I don't know if it's true or not.
Okay.
But they seem to perceive that manufacturing is a sign of strength. What can you make, right? Right. You know how to make stuff, right? Can your people make something of high quality? And it seems that governments are sort of prejudiced towards wanting manufacturing jobs, right? They want automakers to build factories in Ontario or Missouri, and they want to have those jobs where people are assembling things, right? It's like our society has a prejudice towards farming and manufacturing, right? We want to have farms. What can you make? What can you grow? And I wonder, is it and I'm not playing devil's advocate. I actually wonder, if you think about it, does it matter? I think it does.
I think it does.
But does it matter actually, or just perception-wise?
I mean, I think, everybody's got to work, right? Or the majority of people have got to go to work. I think when you get a manufacturing company, you have a wide variety of different jobs available. So you have from the assembly line workers and the metal fabricators and the welders to the admin office staff, the outside sales group, the IT people, the accounting folks. I mean, there's in any degree or technical school or whatever you go into, there could possibly be a role for you somewhere in the manufacturing industry. So I think that is one of the things that makes it really diverse and really great for the American economy, is because there are so many different opportunities in this one thing.
I think you're right. I think
spin on it, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that, because the diversity of employment opportunities allows more people in your society to participate with the company. And then manufacturers also, the other thing about manufacturers is at one point in Ontario, I think 1 in every 7 jobs was related to the auto industry or something like that. Not necessarily working for Chrysler, but
a
contractor
but somehow along the way, they're related to that industry.
Yes.
Sure.
And so manufacturers tend to hire more contractors. They tend to build more stuff like outside of there. So it's interesting that the diversity in employment opportunities is more inclusive to everyone in the society.
Exactly.
Because you don't just have sales reps and warehouse guys. You have, like you said, welders and fabricators and all that's website development people in
right. Exactly.
That's interesting.
Anything, you name it. If you didn't get a degree for it, there's probably a role for you somewhere in manufacturing. I mean, even me and marketing, graphic design and marketing, and here I am at a manufacturer. So
yes,
that term is just used so loosely.
Yes, it is used loosely.
Everyone's a lighting manufacturer, but you guys are actually a manufacturer.
No, but we really truly are a manufacturer, right? Yeah. Our admin office space is connected to our factory floor.
There's actually
headquarters.
a factory.
There's actually a factory. Yeah. You can walk out and see.
How big is it?
400,000 square feet.
That's a big factory.
Yep.
And who's HE?
HE is the founder of the company. Harold Edward Williams is his name. He started it in 1921.
Okay.
Ran the company through to 1980 when his son John took over.
Quick 59-year run.
Quick 59-year run, right? John ran the company till the mid 90s, and then his son Mark took over, and Mark is our current owner and CEO.
Was it all lighting, or was there something else going on?
We did, when we first started in the 1920s, we were like kitchen utensil and wares, still metal manufacturing, think like potato mashers and stuff like that. Then he evolved into automobile parts and accessories. So we had all these patents on things like gas caps that you could use for an airplane or a car, rumble seat covers, radiator bug screens, think old, 1930 style vehicles.
Yeah.
And then he went to the World's Fair in 1939, saw the introduction of the fluorescent light there, and came back to the factory and started manufacturing fixtures.
What year was that?
1939.
What did you get away from all the other stuff? Or
we did, eventually. So we had our first lighting trade show in 1941. It was called the Fluorescent Futurama in Atlanta, Georgia, in case you're wondering.
Fluorescent Futurama.
Fluorescent Futurama.
In 1941?
I wish I had a brochure of that.
I do. Awesome. I have a picture of the brochure. It's really, really cool. I think of it, it's got to be like the light fair of today. It was Fluorescent Futurama of 1941, right?
Fluorescent Futurama.
So for about a decade through World War II, we did light fixtures, automobile parts, and then also parts for the war, bomb clips and chains and pulleys for aircraft. But by 1950, we were pretty well out of the automobile industry and solely focused on lighting.
And today is only lighting. No longer fluorescent, though. We are LED all the way. So we still offer some fluorescent fixtures, but 99% of the business is LED.
Your 100th anniversary is coming up.
Next year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting. We've been, I've worked at Williams for 12 years, and we've been talking about the 100 years for a long time.
Sure.
So I think we'll have some really exciting things planned.
Yeah, I bet. So you guys have been in business for 876,000 hours.
Wow.
I just calculated
That's longer than an LED light fixture.
Yeah, it's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of hours.
I often say that to people, like when they're talking to me, when I'm selling customers, and I say to them, this company, Atlas Lighting, has been in business for 387,000 hours, right? Like the company my dad started, right?
Yeah.
It's like that means something. I don't know exactly what it means,
right?
But it also, it's maybe there's some deep roots here that are important. Maybe there's some tenderness and love for the industry.
Yeah.
You spend
you spend that kind of time in an industry like this. Yeah, you absolutely care about it. I think it can be a double-edged sword of sorts. Being an old company, we could also be thought of as
stodgy.
Yeah. Yep. But I think
that's other people's problem.
We are not stodgy. We are really pretty high-tech lighting company. So.
And Missouri.
It's exciting. In Missouri.
Do you have trouble finding people to work for you? Is there a shortage of labor in Missouri?
There's really not. We haven't had a lot of problems finding people to work for us. We are able to keep a full staff on board most all the time. We have really good relationships with the colleges and tech centers in the area that we've even helped develop some of their programs for manufacturing and stuff like that help drive employees our way when they graduate. Which is definitely helpful in keeping the workforce up and going.
Given that you guys are making your own, actually manufacturing your fixtures, what's the longest lead time you can expect? We typically stick to around 2 to 3 weeks.
That's tight. Nice.
Yeah.
Not an 8-week lead time?
We are not an 8-week lead time kind of company. No.
Do you know how many fixtures you've made?
Do I total?
Yeah.
No, but I know that we can make up to 4,000 a day.
Okay.
So if you want to do the math, I mean,
that's another complicated equation there, buddy.
I mean, it'd be interesting to find that out.
How many fixtures we've, I don't know.
Like maybe with the 100 years, this is our 17 millionth fixture.
Oh, that would be an interesting number. Yeah. I'm going to go write that down to research when I get back.
Yeah,
I'm going to see if I can get a number.
You might be able to get it.
I bet there could be, because we have sales data from forever. So I'm sure we could probably pull a number.
Yeah, it'd be fun to find out.
That's a fun fact.
Now,
very interesting to see.
Are you guys new to NAED, did you say?
We are, yeah. Okay. We joined NAED about a year ago.
Okay. I think it's a good spot for you guys.
Yeah, I think so too. We really, we spent a long time being, focusing on our agency partners, and we did almost all of our marketing to just them. And over the last year, we've introduced kind of a big brand campaign. We're doing advertising in TED Magazine and all kinds of places.
Sure.
And also kind of part of that is joining some of these organizations that we knew were around and that we should probably be a part of, but we really wanted to join them, take part of them, grow our name in these industries.
And the NAED is an incredible organization.
Yeah.
They really, like, from the training, we interviewed Tom Neighbor yesterday, who's I think he's a president or CEO, president.
Both.
I think,
both,
yeah.
So, and, they really are, in terms of trade associations, I think they're one of the best in class, actually. Mm-hmm. Like, this is an amazing event.
It's very good. Yeah.
It's a very well-run association. Professional staff, the marketing's great, the training's amazing, the research they do. Mm-hmm. So I really, my hat's off to them. Really, it
seems like they've really go above and beyond in putting together all of their events and information and classes and all of that. It's very well done.
It's an incredible organization. And we were talking to them, and you were talking about working with the colleges and the universities in the local area there, and being staked in your community and inviting people to come through. We were talking yesterday with you and I. We're talking about training and having people come to the factory and have a look at it, so that the distributors and your agents can have a relationship with a physical place that light fixtures come out of.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of our favorite things to do at Williams is bring people in, so whether it be a group of distributors and their customers. We come in, they get to see. We have a product showroom that has everything hanging and mounted that you can learn about all the products, but then you also get to go out on the factory floor and see the raw metal being formed and they get hung on the paint line and run through and baked on and then assembled and shipped and boxed, everything start to finish. You get to see it, you get to walk through it and experience it firsthand. And I think there's really nothing like that. There's nothing that you can do on any sort of trade show floor that even gets close to the feeling you get when you walk through.
That changes the way you look at light fixtures.
Absolutely.
Like when you go and you see a light fixture made and you're like, oh, that's how they do that, eh? They paint it. Oh, okay, that's cool. Well, that guy puts the ballast in there or whatever. Or like you see sensors made. Like I went to one of the most impactful parts of my career was in 2004 or 5 or something like that. I went to Sensor Switch in Wallingford, Connecticut, and toured their factory. And it changed the way I looked at sensors and the way that, you look at them and you're like, I saw them make this. And this goes in here like this.
There's so much more of the components that all go together to create this thing that you just see and throw up in the ceiling or whatever. It'll change your perspective of it. Sure. So we should get you guys down and tour the facility.
I think it has to happen.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Okay.
Folks, thank you for listening. This has been Michelle Peak with H.E. Williams and at the NAED convention conference, South Central Regional Conference. I got it. There you go. 2020. Brought to you by The Rock, Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com. The Retrofit Kings, Greg.
5 minutes.
Come on. Bro. Boom.